Hello, people, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your boy, the best Chelsea always, every time I'm here. And today, it's a big game. Of course, it's not a big game, I know, but it's against Morecambe FA Cup third round, 7 p.m. tonight. And this match is definitely going to be a trial and error for Frank Lampard because he's going to be trying different sort of players in different positions, trying out new styles because right now Lampard needs a big solution, otherwise he's going to be seeing the way out of the club. So for Lampard, there's a very important match to test all the positives, negatives, and see the outcomes and analyze them and get them back ready for the Fulham game because that's a derby. Never mind, they are wherever they're sitting in the table, but when it comes to derbies, I told you already, we have seen Arsenal, we saw the result. So I think we should not take for granted for Fulham. So for me, this match is very equally important. So without further wasting any time, we directly get into the lineups. Okay, so speaking for the lineups, first things to be said is that we are going to be seeing a lot of academy players coming in to this starting 11. So it's a very good thing as far as I'm concerned because it's good to see some young talent also from the academy because we've already seen Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Fikayo already making breakthrough in the starting 11 last season. Fikayo has lost his position, but Mason Mount and Tammy have made regular spots. So we're going to be seeing some more interesting names on the sheet today. So let's start off with the goalkeeper. So for me, it's definitely going to be Kepa Arrizabalaga. No doubt he is being, not performing up to the level as we expect. But I think Mendy needs to be rested because Mendy either hasn't had a good run of games. So for him, the rest is very important. So Kepa, it's a perfect game for him to reassure his confidence and challenge Mendy. I know it's not going to be too fast, but it's going to take time. But he's going to be seeing the difference. We hope that he keeps a clean sheet too, which just boosts up his confidence. Because already in the January transfers, we have seen that, Willy Caballero might be sold. But to be honest, I would say loan out Kepa, keep Caballero until the end of the season and loan out Kepa so that he gets some games, gets a good time, good amount of games, plays well, gains up some confidence, and then comes back and challenges Mendy for the position between the sticks. So for me, this is my opinion. It all depends on how the club directors decide about it. But as far as I'm concerned, for tonight's match, for my goalkeeper's position, it's going to be Kepa Arrizabalaga starting. And then we move to the 4-back line. And it's not going to be the usual Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Kurt Zouma. Sorry, it's not going to be that because we are going to be seeing here a new youngster starting off at the right back position. Yes, you heard it right. It's going to be Timo Livramento. He's been outstanding in the academy. He's been playing very good and Lampard has brought him in the first team training. So hopefully, definitely we are going to be seeing him starting the game against Morecambe. Aspilicueta is rested definitely and Reece James is out with an injury. So Livramento is up with a chance to, show up what he's got. And it's a good chance for him because if he plays good, he might even feature against Fulham. Okay, so it's just, we can see something different from him tonight. So for me, Livramento is my right back. And then we move to my two centre backs. That's going to be Antonio Rudiger and Fikayo Tomori. Fikayo is completely out. I think it's become like a faded memory for us in the case of Fikayo. But tonight, I think Lampard should definitely give Fikayo a starting place in the back line along with Rudiger. Rudiger has had games on and off. He's not been regular. He's just come up as replacements or in the FA Cup fixtures. So Antonio Rudiger is just normal routine, but Fikayo definitely needs to start this game because he is an important player. We have already heard rumors about Fikayo getting loaned out to Leeds, Turkish clubs, many sides, even to Derby, but for me, honestly, it's Fikayo is very good. He just needs some playing time at this club itself and he's going to prove it. So for me, Fikayo and Rudiger in the back, centre backs. And we move to left back. Left back, I'm going to be giving to Emerson. it's a natural replacement for me because Ben Chilwell, even though after his return from injury, he's not been looking good. No doubt he's been providing assists. He's been running here up and down the pitch, but his fitness is not up to that level. So he needs to be rested for the Fulham game, and I would give a chance for Emerson to make his point in this match. So now we move to the midfield three. Starting with the CDM, it's gonna be another bright star, Billy Gilmore. Yes, N'Golo Kante is suspended, which means that he also has a minor injury issue, so he's definitely not gonna be featured in this game. And Kante has not been in also a good run of form. He's been very sloppy, so I think a suspension is like a blessing, as I said in my previous video. So he can rest and take some time and then get back to his full fitness. So we have a natural replacement, Billy Gilmore. We saw against City that when he came out of the field, there was a kind of calm environment around the midfield. It was very calm. He made one or two sloppy passes, but overall he was good in holding the midfield. Yeah, he was very calm, making some good passes in the final third. So definitely I want to see him play. He's a very good midfielder. We have already seen glimpses of him last season, especially against Liverpool. That's what the best memory is of Billy Gilmore in my mind. But tonight it's another chance for him to do something similar to it. And we move to my front two midfielders. It's gonna be Mateo Kovacic and Kai Havertz. Yes, I am not going to start Mason Mount because I think he's been favored too much. In my opinion, Lampard favors Mason Mount too much. That's what I believe, but I don't know what others say. So I think Mason Mount needs to be taken out of this one. I know their players have had at least 1 week of rest for this Morecambe game, but I don't want to see Mason Mount start this game. He might be in the subs, so that's not a matter for me, but definitely Mason Mount not starting for me. I want Mateo Kovacic and Kai Havertz start against Morecambe. Mateo Kovacic has not had a good game. Past 2-3 games he's not been good, so I think this game is a perfect one to get back or give an assist or a goal and then reassure his confidence back. So for me, I have no issues with Mateo Kovacic as such. He just needs a confidence. And then we go to Kai Havertz. So Kai Havertz New Year started off with a bang. So he provided an assist while coming on. He made a brilliant run, beating the offside trap, running through the midfield, and then passed on to the right side beautifully on the plate for Callum Hudson-Odoi. So for me, Kai Havertz, we have started to see a little bit now. Kai Havertz getting to that level now. He's slowly getting suited to the type of atmosphere the Premier League is, and I think this game it's very perfect. Especially I have few hopes on some players that they definitely need to show up and prove their worth and get their place back in the starting 11. And for me, Kai Havertz is one of those players. He needs to make full use of it. It's not it's an easy fixture, so he needs to try out what's best for him, where he is better, in which position, which style he loves to play. And I think this is the best time he can work this out and get it done in this game, because against Fulham, as you know, Lampard might give him a chance in the starting 11, so he needs to be pretty much ready for this. So Kai Havertz, we hope that you play very well and show us what you got. So then we move to the front three. Front three is a very confusing situation because again, you have many players, many good players who definitely get in there, many informed players. But I'm going to start off with let's start off with Callum Hudson-Odoi. Definitely, Callum Hudson-Odoi is in brilliant form since returning from injury, and I want him to start. On an honest note, he's very good. He forces defenders back into the box, dribbles past them, and his crossing ability is fairly good, to be fair. Yeah, his crossing ability is good and not so bad also. We have already seen that. He had a decent game against Villa. Unlucky that he didn't get a goal or an assist, but against Arsenal and Manchester City, very bright he was in finishing up that. Just a one goal, and any day we lost, but that one goal, he finished it with very classy one. So Callum Hudson-Odoi definitely for me is gonna be starting off at the right wing. And now we go to the left wing. Left wing is gonna be another academy player. It's gonna be Tino and Jorin. Yes, He has impressed when he played last against Krasnodar for me. Forced a couple of saves, running behind the defense. He's a beautiful player, and against a fixture like Morecambe, you would definitely expect Lampard to be having him on a starting 11. So no comments on more Tino and Jorin. He's a brilliant player. I want to see him what he does today. And next we move to centre forward position. Now this is a very tricky position because you got Tammy who's in form, you got Olivier Giroud who's in form, and you have then Timo Werner, another German, who is struggling after starting the season very well. He has been struggling. It's almost like 12 or 13 games, I guess, he hasn't got a goal. So for me, let's just start Timo Werner because it's very important for him to get a goal and get his confidence back, because he's been a very, very dry run of form. He desperately needs a goal because we know Tammy and Giroud's ability is very much different from Timo Werner because they don't possess the pace like Timo has, but they really have the awareness in the box. But Timo is just like, a hit and run. Yeah, so for Timo, it's very, very desperately, he needs a goal. He needs something that can boost up his confidence running into the Fulham game. Because we definitely know that Timo will definitely start against Fulham, but his finishing has been very poor as in the recent matches. He's been not playing up to the mark. So this match, particularly for Timo Werner, he has to make it his priority to make sure that he walks out with full confidence. So that's all for the predictions for this video. Now of course I'm not gonna be saying out the predicted score because we know the outcome. It's already so I'm not gonna be saying about the predicted score, but definitely the lineup which I'm going is this. Now some honorable players, some honorable mentions I would love to see is Jude, not Bellingham. It's Jude Soon-Sub-Bell. Another bright star, and he's been just 16 years old, turning 17 in a few days. He's been a bright star, already banging some goals in the the academy. So he's a very good player. We might see him on the bench, not in the starting 11. Unfortunately, we're gonna be seeing him in the bench. We hope that he might come on and show us what he's got. So that's all in this video. Okay, subscribe to my channel and like this video and share with all your Chelsea fan base. Let me know down in the comment section what's your predicted lineup and what's the score you are expecting, and which new academy stars you expect to see them in the starting 11. So on that note, I'm gonna be leaving you guys. Stay safe. Okay, so see you guys in the next video in the post-match reactions. Until then, goodbye.